Hello and welcome to another update video about optimism. So on the optimism chart, my target that I communicated to you in the last few days was around $1.16. Price yesterday dropped down all the way to $1.19. I mean, that could be it, right? Been communicating this target since we broke out of the ascending wedge, and it came very, very close. I would now count this first wave down complete. This could be either an A wave or a wave 1. Yeah. So I'm going to take the subwave structure out because we don't need them anymore. I think it has done its purpose. It served its purpose. Lots of short trade areas here on the chart. For example, here the resistance, which was all the way up to $1.61. Or we had here the resistance level at 153, against which we focused on lower. I'm going to take these resistance levels out of the chart now as well, because it could be that we're either, and we won't know that until a little bit further out in the future, it could be that this is now a B wave pullback or a wave 2. Bear in mind, I would not really recommend to trade a B wave. They are very, very difficult. Bigger picture, before we go into the detail, bigger picture still suggests that this is either a larger triangle, yeah, could be a larger triangle, which is then here this ABC structure in orange, or that we are dealing with a much larger decline. This is unfortunately unclear at this stage, but in both scenarios, eventually I would still look at lower prices, but short term potentially a little higher. I mean, it already recovered, but the idea is obviously, or the idea was that after this decline in a potential wave 1 or an A wave, we would get a larger retracement in a B wave or a wave 2. That is at least best I can offer right now. So let's measure what the B wave retracement would be. It is difficult now to give you a really, a sub-wave count for this, but we can use the relevant resistances. Okay, so B wave retracement is typically between $1.48 and $1.67 in this case, yeah, between the 50% FIB level and the 78.6 FIB level. So that's the next potential reaction level, the next box where we should see a reaction. We are already slowing down as we approach this area, but let's see. I mean, at the moment, the idea would be that in this B wave, we should see a reaction in this region, okay? Of course, never guaranteed. A B wave can be difficult. It's all about avoiding a sustained break above that level. If we get above that level, it would be a first hint that something more bullish is going on. And maybe if we're really dealing with a triangle, this low is already in and we are gonna go higher, making another lower high eventually in the triangle. But that's too far out. First of all, I think we need to focus now on this resistance area where price could react. This is the typical resistance area for a wave 2 or a B wave. They're both very similar or the same. And if it goes above that level, then it could hint that we are going to take out this swing high as well at $1.83. But the $1.83 level would then be resistance above $1.67. It's just that above that 78.6 FIB level, which is $1.67, we already get a signal that the trend is changing. Okay, so I would use this now as resistance to focus on lower. So far, the forecast has been it worked out quite nicely. The micro counts did their purpose. And as I said in a previous video, the first target normally when you break out of such a wedge pattern is the beginning of the wedge. And that was this region here around $1.16. Now, eventually, if we're dealing here with a 3-wave correction, we would expect it eventually to go below that, below yesterday's low, yeah? But first of all, we're dealing with this B wave. Again, B waves can be shallow, B waves can be long. Be aware, B waves can be to a degree very, very hard to forecast and predict. But so far, I have, in all likelihood, it should go a little higher, but then react to this area. So I would, in summary, against the $1.67 level, I would focus on lower at the moment. Just be aware that it is, not a very attractive chart when we talk about anything long on the long side, because at best I would consider this a triangle at the moment, or even something more bearish. But that's my update about Optimism. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.